Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. My name is Rajat Kapoor, and this is the third video in terms of the transit of the year. What is the transit of the year? It is the transit of Jupiter in the sign of Aries. Yes, that is what is the transit of the year. So this is the third video that I'm making in this series. The first video, if you perhaps look back in my videos, because if you watch these videos, you will be able to connect month by month from now till about 1st of May 2024 in terms of what are those different timings when this transit is going to have an impact and what is the kind of impact it is going to have in general in the world, and also what is the kind of impact that it is going to have on your ascendant sign or on your moon sign. Okay, so the first videos was all about timing. In the second video, which is the part one of the effectiveness of this transit across various signs, how it is going to have an impact on all ascendants. So in part one, I made a video for Aries through Virgo. This is the next part where I will continue to talk about how Jupiter's transit in the sign of Aries is going to impact Libra through Pisces ascendant or your moon sign. So you can link for all material, comforts, benefits, the physical effects as far as your ascendant sign is concerned, and on a mental level, the moon sign. In the previous video, I spoke about the fact that you need to relate to both ascendant as well as moon. And if it's a positive indication on both sides, then this transit is going to have a positive impact on you. If on one aspect it is positive, the other it is negative, let's say from the moon it's negative, from the ascendant it's positive, then the results can be mixed. And if it is on a negative side for both ascendant as well as moon, then this transit can create some troubles for you. It can be a bit challenging. So let's talk about Libra ascendant. So if you are a Libra rising ascendant or if you're a Libra moon sign, how this transit is going to have an impact on you. Now for Libra, Jupiter rules the third house and the sixth house. Okay. And it is going to have a transit on the seventh house. So it is going to have a transit on your seventh house. This is a very important transit for Libra ascendants because Jupiter's previous transit has not been very much great. It would have created obstacles. It would have created delays. It would have, made you put more efforts. But now is the time to get results. Now is the time to have new sources of income. Now is the time for change. So a change is inevitable for Libra ascendants. A change is coming because whenever the third lord makes a transit through the seventh house and aspects the ascendant, it is likely to bring a change. Okay, so from here, Jupiter is going to aspect your 11th house, your first house, and your third house. So 11th house of gains, income, your social network, friends, all the material gains. First house is yourself, your body, your self-confidence, your overall personality in terms of who you are. And also the third house, which is the house of communication. This is also the house of change. This is the house of expression. This is also the house of efforts. Okay, so efforts will get fruitful results over the next 1 year or so. So this is something which I can, confirm. Now, what Libra ascendant need to do during this 1 year to make the most of this transit? Okay, so your third lord, your sixth lord is transiting in your seventh house of partnership, marriage, association. Though this can create some short-term trouble in your either ongoing married life or if you're looking forward to a partner, this might not really be an ideal time to perhaps take certain decisions over the next 2 or 3 months. So I will advise you to wait. But then one thing that you need to focus on is you need to focus on giving advice to others, giving, sort of consultation to others. If you are looking forward to establishing your own consultancy or advisory business, this is the right time to take forward your decision. There could be certain obstruction as far as marriage relationship is concerned, but during this transit, interestingly, your second house, which is the sign of Scorpio, and your sixth house, which is the sign of Pisces, are going to demonstrate positive results. You can check out my previous videos where I talked about the activation of the nakshatras, Ashwini, Bharani, how Jupiter is going to transit, And Ashwini is ruled by Ketu, Bharani is ruled by Venus, and the houses where they get exalted, which is Scorpio and Pisces respectively, are going to demonstrate some positive result. This would mean that you will likely to have a good balanced family life. You are likely to increase your savings, your income. You're also likely to, because your 11th house is active, your second house is active, your first house is active. So this means there will likely be an increase in your income between June through October. Okay. Now this will also uh, ensure that you get yourself back on track as far as the daily routines are concerned. Now, a word of caution for Libra ascendants is that you need to eat well, you need to take care of your gut, you need to take care of your liver. There could be certain issues in terms of what you consume. But this is something which you need to be mindful of, because whenever Jupiter aspects the ascendant, it makes you, feed yourself a bit more than it is required. So focus on greens, focus on, good things that you need to consume. Stay away from, heavy food items. Do not overindulge yourself in food and be mindful of this. So this is something which you need to take care of the transit. Overall, results are mixed. Okay. But then it's mostly going to be positive after 21st of June 2023. Okay, at least for the first few months. I hope you have a good time. Now let's talk about Scorpio ascendants. Scorpio ascendants or Scorpio moon sign. For Scorpio, it's a very important transit because here Jupiter rules two important houses, your second house and your fifth house. Okay, and your second lord and your fifth lord is making a transit in your sixth house. Now, from sixth house, it is aspecting the 10th house of your career, your profession, the actions that you take in society. It is aspecting your 12th house. 12th house is all about giving. 12th house is your bed comfort, your sleep. 12th house is the higher spirituality. And it is also aspecting the second house of family, your income. So it is a very important house because it's a dhan bhava. Okay. And this is the house where we feed ourselves as well. So there is a gain of wealth, which is very much indicative if you are running a favorable dasha, if the timing is supportive, you are likely to gain wealth. Now, this wealth is going to come after certain competition, which by the grace of the blessings of Jupiter and also the current transit of Saturn, you should be able to overcome, you should be able to be successful in this competition. Now, there have been a lot of efforts that you've put in the last 1 year while Jupiter was transiting in Pisces. Now you will see the results of that planning, the results of those efforts that you have put in. That is going to come. So there is likely gain through children, or your children is going to have certain amount of gain for the next 2 or 3 months till about June. This is going to be visible, and then once Jupiter retrogrades is back in Ashwini Nakshatra, I think it's sometime in November. Check out my first video. So that is also a time between November 2023 till about January 2024 is that when you are likely to have a rise. Now, this transit importantly gives you positive results of your first house and your fifth house. Okay, so this is going to give extremely positive results. So whenever first and fifth are active, whenever you get positive results, it gives rise in position. It is power, position power, and that's mostly post June when you're likely to see some sort of a rise in your position in terms of where you are. Now, something as a word of caution which I would like to give to you is you need to take care of your gut as well, because its transit through sixth house can give you digestive issues, can give you issues related to liver, issues related to your stomach. So it is more or less dependent on what you consume. So there could be certain visits to hospital as well. So please take care of yourself. Get yourself checked up regularly. Practice yoga, practice pranayam, meditation. An early rise through the day will make your day very, very successful and the year full of accomplishment. It is overall a very positive transit, and I wish Scorpio ascendants the very best. If your dasha is favorable, this can really make a very long lasting impact in your life if it gives you a certain positional strength in terms of the work that you are doing at present. So this is about Scorpio ascendant. Wishing you the very best, a very important transit. Now, let's talk about Sagittarius ascendant. Now, for Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter rules your fourth house and it rules your first house. Okay, so it rules your ascendant as well. And it is transiting in your fifth house. Now, from fifth house, it is aspecting the ninth house, it is aspecting your 11th house, and it is aspecting your first house, which is the ascendant. So, it is aspecting three very important houses: the house of fortune, dharma, religion, your father, lineage, the prarabdha karma that you have been accumulating. It is also aspecting the 11th house, which is the house of gains. It is the house of your social network, your friends, expanding yourself, income from your work. It is also aspecting your ascendant, which is your first house, which is going to give you a boost in your immunity, your overall personality that is really going to come out in a very strong manner. Now, for Sagittarius ascendants, Jupiter has been making a positive transit all throughout the year. Now it is going to take yourself to next level because first lord and fourth lord is transiting in the fifth house. It is creating a very important Raj Yoga in transit. If your dasha is supportive, fortune favors you because this is about power, this is about authority, this is about gains. Condition that you should have a favorable dasha and antardasha. If by any chance Jupiter is playing a role and Jupiter is well placed in your chart, this can really give you a lot of fame. So the next 1 year, it's all about fame, it's all about future, it's all about not looking back, but it's about making the most of the current time, which will give you a very long lasting results. Okay. You'll get a lot of favor from the government, from the authorities. So if there's certain paperwork that is pending, in case you have also, sort of invested some amount in savings or speculative investment, so this is a time when you would perhaps see the results, or it might take you in a positive direction. Okay. Now your 12th house and your fourth house is pretty much positive. So that means if you are in your homeland or if you're living abroad, you're likely to see positive impacts of both because you will get favors from your homeland and you will also get favors from foreigners, foreign lands as well. So this is also a time if you are looking forward to make a move, or trying to settle abroad, or trying to make some deals with foreigners or people from other countries. This can be extremely favorable time period for you. So now is the time to act, put yourself into that position, right? The only thing which you need to be mindful of is for the next 4 months or so, okay, you are likely to remain in a state of confusion, in a state of illusion, because Rahu sitting out there in your fifth house might hinder your current success and your future plans. So that is something which you need to take control of. You need to follow the part of Jupiter, which is righteousness. Avoid making bad decisions. Avoid doing something out of greed, which can perhaps give you. Avoid doing something out of greed, which can give you short-term financial gains, but in the long run, it will create a lot of trouble for you. So that is something which you need to do. Respect your gurus, respect your mentors, find yourself a mentor, get some guidance, get some coaching, because for the first 3 or 4 months, you really need that guidance, that support. If there is anyone around your house, maybe your spouse, family, friends, take some guidance, take some support, and do not lose your self confidence, which you have spent a lot of time already over the last 2 years or so to build it, which can take you to the next level. So all the best for this transit, and I hope it brings some positive change for you. Okay. Now let's talk about Capricorn ascendants. Now for Capricorn ascendants, Jupiter rules your 12th house and Jupiter rules your third house. And it is making a transit in a Kendra. It is making a transit in the fourth house of happiness, satisfaction, your mother, homeland. And Jupiter rules your 12th house of giving away, 12th house of foreign lands, 12th house of losses, and also the third house of communication, efforts, and how you express yourself to the outer world. So it's an important house and an important transit again because it is from fourth house. It is going to aspect your eighth house, which is the house of sudden change, transformation, death, occult, mysticism. It is going to aspect your 10th house, which is the house of work, profession, job, your actions in the society, is a very important Kendra. And it is going to aspect the 12th house of giving away, the 12th house of donations, the 12th house of sleep, foreign lands, losses, imprisonment, minor health issues. But then again, it is a very important house because this really helps us to get spiritually inclined, get spiritually uplifted. So that is why it is important. Now, when your third and the 12th Lord is making a transit in your fourth house of happiness, so happiness will come from a change. So it is time to make a change. It is time to make a movement. This transit, if your dasha is supportive, is going to help you make a transition, make a move. And since it's aspecting the 8th house and the 12th house and the 10th house, for those who are applying for jobs outside of their home country, this transit, if your dasha is favorable, can take you across the sea. Because whenever 4th, 8th, and 12th houses are active in the chart along with the 10th house, it is likely, if you have a favorable dasha, it can take you across the sea. That means a considerable amount of distance to distant land, which could be unknown for you. The language may be unknown for you, the people would be unknown for you. So, this is a time for yourself to be more open to such changes, to learn about other cultures, to understand other languages, to pick up from people and make the most of this travel. So, this transit can give your mother certain minor health issues, or you can also have some trouble related to government paperwork. Okay, so there could be some delays, there could be some trouble there. So, you need to take care of this, during this transit. One of the good remedies for this time is because Jupiter is making a transit through the fourth house, which is also the natural house of moon. So if you take some milk and add turmeric into it and consume it once a day, this can be really helpful for you to activate, strengthen it further if the natal positions are pretty much favorable. So this is something which you should do on a daily basis, which will build your immunity as well. This time, your 11th house is going to deliver positive results, which is a sign of Scorpio, and your third house is going to deliver positive results, which is a sign of Pisces. Okay, so change is inevitable, but this change will bring long-term gains for you. Okay, this is also the time to take blessings of your Guru Upadesha. Whenever there is some positivity related to third and the 11th house, that is where you need to take some guidance, you need to get some diksha, you need to get some advice from a learned person, your teacher, mentor, guru. So make use of that. This is going to boost your spiritual pursuits. This is going to ensure that you put your things on track. Taking certain suggestions from your mentor would play a very important role in your decision making and your future. So make the most of this transit. Overall, it is not extremely favorable. It's going to give you mixed results. If you're open towards change, this can be a good transit for you because your Lagna Lord is also going through an important transit in your second house, and this is something which you need to uh, be mindful of. So, all in all, a mixed transit for Capricorn ascendant. Now, let's talk about Aquarius ascendants. For Aquarius ascendant, Jupiter rules the 11th house and it rules the second house, and it is making a transit in the third house. So, your 11th lord and second lord. So, for Aquarius ascendants, Jupiter plays a very important role when it comes to money matter. Okay, if there's a strongly placed Jupiter in your chart, making money, saving money, getting gains becomes easy. If it is debilitated or if it is in a difficult position, then we can say that it is going to take a considerable amount of time, or it's going to be extremely challenging for such people to gain wealth and make savings and continue that momentum. There could be frequent breaks in terms of doing this because it's ruling your wealth house and is ruling the house of gains. Okay, so this time Jupiter is making a transit in your third house, the house of efforts. So if you put efforts, you will get results. It's pretty much connected. From this house, it is going to aspect your 7th house, 9th house, and the 11th house. 7th house of marriage, partnership, foreign lands, uh, people who are opposite to you, okay, outside of your homeland. 9th house, which is the house of father, religion, dharma, and fortune, most importantly, and the 11th house of gains. So its transit are extremely positive. But this transit of Jupiter from a placement perspective is not very positive because Jupiter goes Maran Karaka in the 3rd house. But this is going to give you certain amount of relief over the next few months because it is going to eventually overpower and control Rahu, which is already transiting your 3rd house. And if you are having some initial trouble, if those people who are going through the Rahu Mahadasha, this is certainly going to bring some sort of relief from that. So if you put a lot of efforts, which your current Lagna Lord is also demanding. So look at the message of the universe for Aquarius ascendants. Your Lagna Lord is transiting through your ascendant. Jupiter, which is 2nd and 11th Lord, is making a transit to the 3rd house. Effort, hard work, that is the key for the next year. You will really have to work very hard. Be prepared for it. If you work hard, if you put efforts, you are going to have results for your life. Find yourself a partner if you're looking for some, because this is an ideal time to settle down and make the most of it. Okay, those who are looking forward to get a physical residence outside of their homeland over the next 1 year, it can help you make certain decisions or progress in a way to buy a property outside of your homeland, a real estate outside of your homeland. Discipline is the key, hard work is the key, efforts. So if you put all three over the next 1 year, there's going to be a lot of hustle bustle. So be prepared for it, right? You will come out with flying colors, and there is growth. There is no stopping of growth. There is no stopping of that. Okay, what Aquarius ascendants need to work is exercise every day, take care of your fitness, take care of your health, and that is how Mars will also work favorably for you through the transit, because it is also your 10th lord, and it is going to make a good impact on yourself. So this is the remedy for Aquarius ascendants. I hope you have a good time. Overall, mixed results. Let's talk about the last of the ascendants, or the moon sign, Pisces ascendant. Pisces ascendant, important transit. It is your Lagna Lord, rules your 1st house, and Jupiter also rules your 10th house. So two important Kendras. And for Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is now making a transit through your 2nd house. Okay. 2nd house is important. So your 10th lord is in the 2nd house. Your Lagna Lord is in the 2nd house. So in the transit, it is also creating an important yoga, which we call a Simhasana yoga. It is a kingly yoga. Okay. Now, for the last 1 year, though Jupiter was transiting in your ascendant, I would say that it was not the best of the transit. But now it is about results. It is about gains at workplace. This is going to give you an increment as far as your financial position is concerned. Now, this increment is most likely between June and August. Also, last 1 year, there could have been a lot of uncertainty. So now is the time for you to get more clear picture, removal of this uncertainty, putting your focus back to your family, putting your focus back to your long-term savings. So this is something which you need to plan over the next 1 year or so. Now, from a remedial perspective, we focus on is your Mars. Okay, so exercise, stay active all through the day. So that is the key during this transit. It is going to give you positive results of the 9th house and the 1st house, right? Again, if you refer back to my previous discussion, these are the signs of Scorpio and Pisces, because through Ashwini and Bharani Nakshatra, which is ruled by Ketu and Venus respectively, these are the signs where it gets exalted. So fortune works for you, and this fortune will have a direct impact on your own self. So you are going to rise. This is an excellent transit for Pisces ascendant. Uh, I mean, all the confusion that you've had all the while is going to get clear. It would have started to get clear, but it will get even more clear over the next few weeks. you are going to be very firm in your decision making. You are going to be very clear in your path and your decision making in terms of what you're doing. If you take blessings of Lord Shiva, this transit is going to have a very significant positive impact on you. Because with clarity of decisions, it is also going to give you that self confidence, power of conviction that will support your decision making, will ensure that you make right decisions. One of the things that you need to be mindful of is what you eat, what you consume, because Jupiter's placement in the second house can make you consume rich food, can make you, indulge yourself in cuisines, in food. But that is something which you need to take care of because it can have some sort of a negative, consequences or impact on your health. So please be mindful of that. This is really going to support you from overcoming through that uncertain period and moving towards certainty. So a very good transit for Pisces ascendants all through 1 year, and I wish that you make the most of it. Okay. In case you liked my video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, share it with your friends. I will continue to make a lot of videos on transit. I am also going to make very simple videos on concepts of Jyotish, concepts of astrology, which will be very easy to understand for you all because this is what I love doing. And I'm extremely passionate about it. If you wish to book a consultation with me, check out the links to my website below and the process of making a booking. I wish you the very best, and may Jupiter continues to bless us with a lot of wisdom, learning, and knowledge. Thank you very much.